Hi, welcome once again to Starseed Rising 333. I'm glad you've tuned into this channel. And if you do enjoy this reading today, please don't forget to click the like button, subscribe or share, or just leave a comment. First of all, once again, I'd like to thank all my viewers, all my subscribers, all my supporters, anyone that's left comments, click the like button. Um, or just decided to tune in. Thank you ever so much for your support, and please don't forget to click the like button because your comments, okay, your likes, your shares, all right, do help the channel and it's much appreciated. All right, today's reading is all about shadow work. All right, and shadow work, all right, it just helps you to gain inner wisdom and hidden knowledge about yourself, and then you can use that information to help you transform to be more creative or make better life decisions, choices, okay, and to exercise good judgment, okay, and also to help gain power or more power over your own life, okay, because our fate is in our hands. In other words, destiny is in our hands, is the end result on how you choose to live your life. All right. And I just want to again just let you know, okay, that I've done a few changes in regards to the readings, okay, which I put out on YouTube. All right, and I'll be doing um the feminine readings alternative days, okay. And today's reading, as I said, is all to do with shadow work, and it's for the divine feminine, or any females who are watching or listen or going to be listening to this reading today. And you do not need to be on a spiritual soul life path or journey to watch or listen to this reading. Is for anyone. And also, um any decks, crystals, and books which I'm going to mention throughout the reading, I will put their names in the description box. So please check it out after listening or watching this reading. Okay. So first of all, I'm going to just talk about the moon and the moon phase we are currently in. All right. The moon itself, okay, represents our basic needs, instincts, responses, uh, inner emotional life, as well as rebirths, which is part of the cycle of life. And its energy can be used for clarity, manifestation, and to enhance intuition. Now, we are currently in the third quarter moon phase, okay, and the affirmation for the phase is I am re-evaluating the situation. Okay, so it's a time to re-evaluate, release what is not serving you, and trust in the universe. Okay, our life might sort of be a bit out of balance. Okay, so and and that itself can cause us issues. So it's a good time to hatch a whole new plan or make some necessary changes for something new and exciting to come in. Okay, we need to have faith as well in ourselves and trust the divine, have faith in the divine, okay, to help or to give us that assistance, okay, or guidance that we need to help us to move forward as we go along life's journey. Now, the planet of the day, okay, is Mars. Mars represents action and energy in the area of life. Mars is a personal planet, and its energy is all about how we assert ourselves and direct our energy. Mars rules over the body parts, the head and face. In neurology, Mars is associated with the number 5, which can represent changes, effort, action, and input in a situation. Mars rules over the zodiac sign Aries. Aries is the first house in the astrology chart. Aries represents self and personality. in the area of life and rules the body parts, the head and face. The moon sign element today is air. Air represents our thoughts and ideas, which is linked to the crown chakra, which is normally associated with the colors purple or white. The crown chakra is connected to the spiritual connections, to our, all to do with our spiritual connections and beliefs. The crown chakra is linked with the etheric template body aura, which contains information about our past lives and our real life purpose for this lifetime. All right, and if you have a birth natal chart, you can check to see how the moon cycles, phases, energies, okay, as well as the moon sign element, okay, how it could affect you, all right, in a positive or negative way in regards to your ascendant, birth sign, or cusp sign, CUSP. All right, and if you do not know what a birth natal chart is, I do have a video out on YouTube that goes more into details, okay, about the why it's important to have, okay, a birth natal chart. All right, so please check it out, as well as the other readings which I've posted out on YouTube. So please check them out if you can in your spare time. All right, so I'm going to start off the numerology deck. All right, to find out what number we can work with today. All right, what number? All right, and numbers, okay, are energetic messages, okay, that we can gain in a guidance, clarity, help to improve our quality of life and to manifest our dreams, and each number has a specific meaning. All right, so I'm going to start off with this deck. And if you are interested in reading for yourself or for others, this deck is called Numerology Guidance Card and it's by Michelle Buckingham. Okay, right. So it's on a number 5, okay, and it goes on to say change, all right. And if you notice on this card, it's sort of like a bit bluish hair, okay, or I should say bluish green, all right. And 5, okay, in numerology, it represents change. It could also represents instability and also conflict. Okay, so it could be to do with people outside. Okay, our perimeter, or it could also be to do with conflict inside within us. All right, it could be that it could be that we probably need to change certain things in our life. It could also represent that we might be experiencing some form of instability at this current moment. All right, so this is the number that we need to focus on for this week. So I'm just going to put this here, and I can just read a little bit on this card. So it says this card indicates a time of expected and unexpected change. When anything can happen and usually does, by drawing this card, you are being encouraged to think of your life as an adventure in which exciting opportunities could appear at any moment. Rather than fearing the unfamiliar and unknown, you are urged to embrace expansion, movement, and change. Wow. So, and then it goes on to say, this is a time to go with the flow and open yourself to opportunities that will improve your quality of life. Anything is possible, and the wheels are set in motion. So be sure to play your part by moving closer to your dreams. You may be called upon to make changes in your mindset, relationships, residence, lifestyle, or career. Whatever shift is needed to serve your greater good, it is time to broaden your horizons and spark your passion for life. All right. And then it goes on, and the affirmation to this message, it says, you could say out to yourself and believe it. You could say, I accept and surrender to the changes that improve my quality of life. Okay, so that's the message for this card. And I'm just going to um check, okay, on the energies, okay, around, I should say, the divine feminine, any females, okay, who are watching or listening to this reading. And I'm going to be using this deck is called um Fairy Tarot Cards, and it's by Radley Valentine. Let me just shuffle the cards a bit better because too many wanted to come out. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, Delegates, Ancestors. What are the current energies around? Okay, so the first one here, okay, is King of Spring. King of Spring, okay, and it goes on to say um innovative, okay, innovative, inspiring, wise, spherical, okay, and the message at the bottom, all right, it says a financial windfall, your leadership skills are needed now, an unexpected supporter of your cause. Okay, this is what that's the first card that came out. All right, so okay, the second card that came out, it says Three of Autumn. Three of Autumn. It goes on to say, follow your passion when it comes to your career. Be the best at what you do. Being compensated for your creative talents. So very beautiful messages has come out. So we have the King of Spring. Okay, it's all about saying that there is a chance that we might that we might receive some financial assistance, but also um that we can step into the position of leadership. All right, and also we could end up receiving an unexpected supporter to help us to do just that. And then the second card, it goes on to say that that we should or some encouragement here that we should follow our passions, okay, when it comes to our career, and to try and be the best at what we do. All right, and also that by doing so that we will be will receive blessings, okay, in regards to our creative talents. All right, so that's the second card that came out. Okay, and the third card, it says Ace of Summer, and it goes on to say open your heart to love, the beginning of a new intimate relationship or the rebirth of a current one. It also goes on to say the awakening of psychic abilities or spiritual epiphanies. All right, so these are the things that we could experience. Okay, um, or maybe in the near future. Okay, or maybe you might be experiencing these things now. But it's just saying for those uh of you, okay, who've probably have just ended a personal a relationship or any type of relationship, could be to do with a job. It's just saying that we should just keep our hearts open, all right, to love, okay, because love comes in many different ways, all right. It goes also on to say that it could be a beginning of a new intimate relationship, which could be that maybe we might end up starting, okay, a personal relationship with us, or it could be the rebirth of a current one. Okay, maybe there might be a few changes that you or your partner might have done, okay, and it's just bringing this new um uh, 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 lease of love, okay, into the relationship. And it also says it's also a time when your psychic abilities may increase, as well as spiritual epiphanies. All right, and that's something that I've experienced, okay, as well, okay, and is currently experiencing myself. All right, so these are the energies that surround the divine feminine, or any females who are watching at this current moment. And you do not need to be on a spiritual soul life path or journey to watch this reading. Is for anyone. All right, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to just start with this shadow deck, okay, um okay, to help us in terms of our shadow work, okay. And again, this is called architect cards, okay, and it's by Caroline Mice. Alright, so I don't know what to do. I'm just going to remove, because these ones are blank cards, so and see what archetypes, okay, that oh that we need to be working um on, all right, or what our ancestors, what they, or our spiritual team, what or what archetypes we should sort of like prevent, all right, work on, okay, or be wary of, okay. So let's see what comes out. Their spirit guides, angels, archangels, their beloved ancestors. This came out done one. So let me just select again. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, what additional? Okay. Okay, so the three that came out, okay, so the first one, it says Samaritan. Okay, so the archetype that came out, it says Samaritan. Okay, so one of the things, okay, that we um can look at, okay, in terms, okay, to see what areas that we could work on, because there is both a light and shadow side to this archetype. Okay, the first one, okay, you might associate it, which is the light side, and it goes on to say light attribute, and it says refines your capacity to help those you would prefer to ignore, refines your capacity to help those you would prefer to ignore. Okay. And the shadow um, side, okay, to this, it goes on to say, um, exacting appreciation and recognition for the help you offer. Exacting appreciation and recognition for the help you offer. And whatever messages are come, please take what resonates and leave the rest, okay? All right. The second one, okay, that came out, it's on the, it's says guide, okay, on the light side. All right, the light attribute, it means, or it represents nature, sorry, represents the nature of the divine in life and in yourself. Okay, and the shadow attribute, okay, to this card, it says places financial gain and control over imparting spiritual insight. All right. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to refer to the booklet to give you a better understanding of these attributes, okay, regarding to those words that's come out, okay, on these, on the top of the cards. Okay, and the third one, it says slave. All right, the light attribute, it says surrendering your power of choice to the divine with complete trust. Okay, that's the light attribute. And the shadow attribute, okay, it means giving your willpower to an external authority out of fear and of making your own choices. Okay, so there's a positive side and there's a light side. All right, and sorry, and a negative side, because we all embody, okay, um light, okay, and shadow side, because this is how the creator created us. Okay, we both have a light and shadow side. We There are negative and positive um uh attitudes, attributes inside us, sorry. Okay, so I'm going to refer to the booklet, okay? And as I said, whatever messages, take what resonates and leave the rest. So maybe you might associate with the light side, okay? Or maybe you might associate with the shadow side. But at the end of the day, this reading is a shadow reading, okay? And it's all about going within and see what areas we can identify, what areas we can work on with to make better versions, okay, or to transform into better versions of ourselves, okay, because it's all again about receiving or gaining inner wisdom and hidden knowledge about ourselves so we can transform, okay, in order to be more creative, okay, to make better life choices and decisions about our life. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to read on the first one where it goes on to say about Samaritan. Okay, so I'm first going to read on the light attributes. Okay, it goes on to say some of the meanings to this. It says closely related to martyr. Okay, Samaritans make sacrifices for those they might be least inclined to serve, as in the gospel parable of the Good Samaritan. Okay, so you might identify with that, which is a good thing. Okay, and the shadow um attribute to this message, it goes on to say um that the Samaritan helps one person or group to the detriment of another, his family or society, implying a kind of self-importance that says that others must adhere to his choice of who is most deserving. So this is the negative attribute, okay, to this message here. And it goes on to say, look for a continuing pattern of going out of your way to support others with no regard for whether they are family, strangers, or even enemies. Wow. All right. So this is just a bit of advice here regarding the first attribute. Okay, in regards to this word Samaritan. Okay, I'm just going to read quickly on the second one. Okay, so the words associated with um this card, it could mean being a sage, a crone, a guru, wise woman, spiritual master, evangelist, preacher. Okay, on the lights attribute, okay, it just goes a bit deeper. It goes on a teacher of religious beliefs and practices, as well as the spiritual principle of seeing the divine in every aspect of life. It goes on to say that you don't have to be a professional preacher or guru to have this archetype. Crone, wise woman, and sage represents the ripening of insight and acceptance of what is. Okay, and the shadow side, all right, to this attribute, it goes on to say uh, guide manifest. Okay, a guide manifest in tell televangelist, tele-evangelists, gurus, and priests who place financial gain and sexual gratification over imparting spiritual insight. All right, and it goes on to say the advisor, it says, look for a continuing pattern of guiding others based on your own spiritual insights. Okay, so this is the advice here. All right. Um, when okay, if you somehow associate with this archetype, and I'm just going to read on the third one. Where it goes on to say slave. So I'm just going to read on this one. Okay, so it goes on to say okay, right. The meaning of this words, okay, or word associated with this word slave, it says puppet, okay, and it goes on to say um surrenders to the divine, a higher power, or a trusted spiritual master to become truly free. All right, so you could probably associate with this, okay, the light attribute, or the shadow attribute, okay, to this message. It goes on to say slave lacks the power of choice and self authority and follows orders that violate one's integrity. Okay, and um uh, the question, okay, to the last card, it says, do you have a history of becoming a slave to the system, or is slavery part of your genetic history? Okay, when it goes on to say about genetic history, could be like maybe that's something that we might have inherited, or it might have been passed down, okay, through ancestral lineage or through family DNA. Okay, so these are just things that we may need to um answer in our spare time, or as we do our shadow work. All right, so what I'm going to do now, okay, I'm going to use another deck, and this is called African Goddess Rising, and this is by Abiola Abrams. Okay. Okay, so just bear with me, please. Okay, so the next deck I'm going to be using, okay, this is by Abiola Ambrams, and it's called African Goddess Rising, okay? And see what additional messages the ancestors have for the divine feminine, any female who are watching or listening to this reading at this present time. And whatever messages that come, please take what resonates and leave the rest, okay? Dearly beloved ancestors, what additional messages do you have for the divine feminine in regards to doing the shadow work? Okay, so decided to take three. Okay, so the first message, um, it goes on to it says, John B, John B, and the word here it says mask, mask. So I think this is probably trying to say that at all times we should try to be our authentic self. Okay, and this is on a number 18. So when you add the two numbers in oracle or tarot readings, okay, it'll give you a number 9, and it's all about also 9 represents um fruition, attainment, and fulfillment, okay, in neurology. The second card, okay, so and this okay, this goddess, she's called Jambi, all right. And the second one is from Mami Wata, and the message here, it says naked, and it's on a number 30. When you in tarot oracle readings, if the second number ends on a 0, we remove the 0, okay, and we should leave or give you a number 3, and the number 3 in numerology represents creativity, groups, and growth. Okay, and we have another 3 here, and okay, it's from Sochi, the goddess Sochi. It's on a number 3. Okay, and it's to do with grounding. Okay, grounding. Okay, so I'm just going to read quickly what additional messages these goddesses, okay, have for you. So the first one, okay, it goes on to say, okay, Jambi Orachi is the goddess of the shadow of mask, okay, and it goes on to say here, all right, the message here is that where is the lie? Get quiet to get clear. Put your hand on your heart. Now you are now are you confused, or are you afraid? Your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. Show your true face. Wearing a mask blocks your vulnerability and blessings. If you are wearing a mask, dare to reveal yourself. You are lying to others and to yourself. Wearing a mask is exhausting. Be you. If someone else is wearing a mask with you, you deserve clarity. Your relationship and connection is built on lies. Their mask is a projection of your own. And the goddess declaration, okay, for this first message, it says that you could say to yourself, you could say, I am willing to remove the mask. Okay, I am willing to remove the mask. And I'm just going to read on the second card. All right, and this is from the goddess Mami Wata. Okay, and the guidance here says, hide no more. The emotional nakedness you avoid is your superpower, not your shame. Okay, and the message here goes on to say, being emotionally naked means being vulnerable enough for the real you to shine through. Vulnerability is a strength, not a weakness. Practice being transparent. Start with the people closest to you. Say, I haven't been showing the whole me, but I am starting today. Have the courage to feel and express your feelings without people pleasing. Speak your truth. Share your story. Cultivate an appreciation for vulnerability in others. Being comfortable with feeling uncomfortable and making others uncomfortable. Okay, so that's the whole point here. All right. Um, but not only make okay, so not only making people comfortable, but also making people uncomfortable too. Okay, that's the whole point of not being a people pleaser. All right, not it's the whole point of not wearing masks. Okay, because when you wear mask, okay, that means you're not being your true self. You're not being your true authentic self. Okay, because you're doing something to please another person to make them feel happy when yourself are not feeling happy within. All right, and as a result, you're losing part of your personal power by doing so. And the goddess declaration to the second card, it goes on to say, I have the courage to be vulnerable. I have the courage to be vulnerable. And I'm just going to quickly read on the third card. Okay, and this is from the goddess Sochi, and it goes on to say, here, protect your magic. Your heart is your own. Your body is your own. Your mind is your own. Your truth and story are your own. Be rooted in your truth. Create healthy boundaries. Okay, so then again, the goddess Soshi, she's saying, in order for us to be okay or become our authentic self, okay, we need to create healthy boundaries. All right, and to stand our ground, to stand on our beliefs. Okay, um, and it goes on to say, okay, if you somehow relate to the last message, what she's encouraging you to do, okay, is to come into the present, to say out loud, I am here. Okay, because it goes on to say trauma, stress, overwhelm, anxiety, and fear disconnect you from your body. Okay, and grounding keeps you present. Okay, it will help you to feel somehow emotionally um, and physically as well as spiritually feel more secure, all right, or feel more grounded. Okay, because it goes on to say when you feel rootless or unsettled, all right, okay, these things can occur. All right, and declaration for the last message, it says, which you could say out to yourself and believe it, say, I am firmly planted and deeply rooted. I am firmly planted and deeply rooted. All right. Okay. So I hope you enjoy whatever messages that's come out so far. All right. And Please, whatever message that come up, please take what resonates and leave the rest. Okay. And what I want to do now, I want to use another deck, okay, and it's called Work Your Light. Work Your Light, just to help us run. Okay, so these are going to be messages which the ancestors, the divine, our spiritual team would just like us to sort of maybe analyze. Okay, so and again, this deck is called Work Your Light and is by Rebecca Campbell. Okay. And whatever mess, and if you do, I should say, enjoy, you know, uh, listening or watching to this reading, please don't forget to click the like button, subscribe or share, or just leave a comment. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm going to select three cards, all right, from this deck and see what additional messages, okay, our spiritual team, kind of divine. This one had to jump out. Holy Spirit, holy angels, ancestors. Holy Spirit, holy angels. All right. Okay, so you have three messages here, and this is for the divine feminine, any females, okay, who are watching this reading at this present time. All right. So the first message, um, it says star seed, okay, because and I'll just tell you a little bit, okay, because um star seeds, okay, are a group of people, okay, that has had past lives before, and then they've been incarnated onto this planet Earth. All right. And what it is, okay, if you identify yourself, all right, as a star seed, one of the questions, okay, that the spiritual team, okay, would like you to consider is to say what lights you up. What lights you up, okay. It could be in regards to a hobby, or it could be to do with something you like doing, um, in your spare time. Okay, it doesn't have to be a specific one hobby, all right? Or it could be work wise, all right? So I'm just going to put this on the stand. All right, the second card that came out, it says play. It says play, have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. Okay. So if you're taking life very serious, okay, just saying that to have some fun here, okay, to have or to find some joy in whatever you do, okay. It's probably a time to celebrate all your hard work, okay, or your achievements, or what you have attained. All right, okay. So it's going on to say, hey, celebrate, don't be too serious. Okay, and the third message that came out, it goes on to say, break the chain, break the chain, because in order for us to have more, I should say, not only physical freedom, but also spiritual freedom, okay, mentally, physically, emotionally, okay, and spiritually we need to break the chain, okay, and it's to do with ancestral patterns, okay, and again, it could be something that we might be unaware of, okay. It's by doing things, it's all about, I should say, like breaking generational curses, okay. It's all about karma cleansing or clearing, okay. We if something, okay, that is being passed on, okay, if you're doing something, or something that's been, or a habit or whatever that's been passed on, okay, um by our, let's say, by our great grandparents and so forth, okay, and somehow you don't, it's not bringing some form of joy or happiness in your life, okay, or you feel somehow bound to that situation, okay, what your spiritual team, including the divine, is saying it's time to break that chain, okay, because we are all here as well, not only to spiritually grow, okay, and to become better versions of ourselves, but it's all about healing, and also healing our, or I should say, ancestral um, uh, good karmas, or karma cleansing, okay, not for just for ourselves, but also what has been inherited, okay, and that's something that could have been passed down, as I said, also through family DNA, okay. So our spiritual team is saying that it's time to break that chain, okay, and anything that or I should say, in other words, to break those generational curses, okay, or cycles, okay, and that will also involve healing, okay. It's all about rewriting the future, because we're all supposed to be generational breakers, all right. Which also means, okay, uh, moving away, okay, from things, or that no longer serve our higher purpose as well, okay, because the journey should be all about love, okay. It should be not only love for uh humanity, but also we should love ourselves, care for ourselves, see our self-worth, as well as love for the divine as well, all right. That's what the journey is all about. And it's also about self. Okay, it's all about self. Um, okay. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use before it's use the last deck, okay? If you are all right interested, all right, in working with angels or archangels, because you can't call um on the archangels, okay, to help you heal, okay, and also to help you manifest, or to bring more blessings into your life, okay. And one archangel that you can call on, all right, is Archangel Zachiel, okay, to help to heal and clear past life karma, okay, as well as to help you break those ancestral patterns. And you can also call on Archangel Azrael as well, okay, to help you to do that. And also, sorry, Archangel Michael. I also forgot Archangel Michael. You can call on him to cut cut cords to people, places, things that no longer serve your highest good, okay. And if you want to know more about archangels, about other spiritual beings that can help to assist you in any way, all right, you can this is a book which I would like to recommend. It's called Angel Prayers, and it's by Carl Gray, all right. And I also am going to show you another two books, okay, which I use. But first of all, I just want to just go through the crystals which I have on my table right now. Okay, so first of all right, if you are interested in working with the moon cycle phases, energies, I should say, all right, I'd like to recommend these three. The most popular one, this is Peach Moonstone. I also have Rainbow Moonstone, and I've also got Black Moonstone. Okay, if you are interested in working with the moon energies, all right. And today's planet, which is Mars, a crystal that is more associated with the planet Mars, okay, which is all about action and energy, all right. So this is turquoise, okay, turquoise, okay, all right. And for the moon sign element, which is air, I'd like to recommend amethyst. It's a very popular crystal, okay, very very popular crystal, and it's a very spiritual and protective stone, okay. So okay, now when it comes to um shadow work, okay, I'll just show you a few crystals here if you want to work with crystals, okay, um when doing or carrying out shadow work. All right, so I'm just going to show you a few here. All right, so I've got the first one I'd like to show you, okay, is Muscovite. This is Muscovite. It's very very good for doing any form of introspection. Muscovite. This one is called Snowflake Obsidian. Snowflake Obsidian. I've got another one here, okay? It's called Rutillated Quartz, and it's also a good crystal if to help you let go of the past, or if you're doing any form of past life work or healing, okay? Okay. I've got Lepidolite. This one is Labradorite. Labradorite. Okay. You can also use moonstone. Moonstone is very good crystal to work with if you're doing any form of shadow work. All right. And let me see. I've got. Did I mention lapis? Okay. I've also got lapis lazuli. Lapis lazuli. Okay. Last but not least. Okay. This one is called iolite. Iolite. Okay, if you're interested in working with crystals or just having them around your home, all right. And if you want to know more about crystals, I'd like to recommend these two books. um they're very good, all right. The first one is called The Crystal Bible by Judy Hall, and she also published another book, and this is called Manifesting with Crystals to help attract more abundance, wellness, and happiness into your life. It's called, as I said, Manifesting with Crystals, and these two books are by Judy Hall. Okay, and as I said, all the decks, crystals, books, okay, that um I've mentioned, okay, I'll put the name of them in the description box. So please um check it out after listening or watching this reading. All right. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to use the last deck, and it's called Daily Crystal Inspiration. It's by Heather Askinosi. All right. If you are interested, of obviously again, like working with crystals. So I'm just going to check. It might be one, okay, that's a crystal that I've already mentioned, okay, but I'll just see what comes out. Oh, okay. So the additional crystal, all right, that our spiritual team would like to work with is unikite. Unikite. Just going to put this here. Okay, it's unikite, and I'll just read a bit more, okay, on this crystal. Okay, it goes on to say, live in the now. There's no time like the present. The past is done and the future hasn't happened yet. So ground yourself in the here and now. With our busy lives and busy minds, this can be hard to do. But being mindful and in the moment allows you to make the most out of every aspect of your life. Allow yourself the opportunity to really connect to those around you and fully invest yourself in everything you do. Try to avoid distractions or letting your mind wander, especially about matters you have no control over. Immerse yourself in each experience. Put your heart and soul into every action and bring a sense of gratitude to where you are in your life. Here and now is where you will find true contentment. Very beautiful message. And the core questions, okay, is just saying that we can, like answer in our spare time. It goes on to say, um, where in your mind right now, wishing you could change the past, worrying about the future, or being in the present? What are you most grateful for right now? So these are just things that, in your spare time you could answer. All right. Okay, so it goes on to say, here, okay, okay, so it goes on to say, where is your mind right now? Wishing you could change the past, worrying about the future, or being in the present. Okay, and the second question, okay, it says here, what are you most grateful for right now? Okay, and the crystal action affirmation for this stone, okay, which is unikite, it says, which you could say out to yourself and believe it. I live in the now. I live in the now. Write down three things that you're grateful for in this present moment. Okay, so it's asking us to write three things um, that we um, are grateful for, okay, in our lives. All right. So it's all about living in the present, and it's also about letting go of the past, releasing the past. All right. Try to break, okay, those ancestral patterns that may be causing blockages in our life. Okay, because this journey not only is about spiritual growth, but it's also about healing ourselves, okay, and to transform to become a better version of ourselves. It's continuous process. All right, this is what the spiritual journey is all about, because we are meant to be living testimonies to others, okay, to help them heal, okay, and to also grow, okay, as we and as they go along life's journey. All right. So, if you did enjoy, okay, listening or watching this reading, please don't forget to click the like button, subscribe or share. All right, it does help the channel and it's much appreciated. All right, thank you ever so much for tuning in. Thank you for your support. Okay, thanks to all my subscribers, anyone that's clicked the like button, left comments. Okay, I'm I'm lost for words here. Thank you ever so much for your support. Okay, and as I said earlier, before the reading, that I will be um doing both the masculine and feminine readings on alternative days. All right. And sorry for any inconvenience that might have or may have caused you in some way. All right. And um, I hope that you will tune in next time, and please check out my other readings and videos I have out on YouTube. And once again, okay, thanks for your support. And if you did in and oh, one last thing, okay, please don't forget to check the description box for all the decks, the names of the decks, books, and crystals, okay, which were highlighted or mentioned in the reading today. All right, and please, okay, don't forget to click the like button, subscribe or share, or just leave a comment. Thanks for watching. See you next time, and goodbye.